Are preparations complete? Indeed they are. Good. Prima, that's your cue. Yes, Optimus.
Good morning and happy existence, my name is SOS, and today, the Age of the Primes has begun. No more Legacy United. Follow me and, I don't know, something's gonna happen. But yeah, Age of the Primes, Prima. Let's go. Who is Prima, you may ask? Well, dear viewer, I'm here to tell you that. Although you probably already know, because, I don't know, anyone who knows anything about Transformers knows who he is. In most Transformers media that he appears in, Prima is depicted as being the first Transformer, usually. Other times, he is the leader of the original Primes, first bearer of the Matrix of Leadership, and you get the gist. Now, he may be important on the side of lore, but how does he fare up as an actual figure? We will begin the quest for our answer by looking at his paint and detail. The paint and detail on this guy is, mixed. In terms of color, he's mostly just white plastic with bits of gray, blue, and once in a blue moon, silver. But due to the in-universe lore of the character, I think him having a bland color scheme is fine. However, what counterbalances the minimal paintwork is that his detailing is extraordinary, with deep shadowed lines and panels all across his body, adding more diverse lighting to the figure, despite his lack of color. His head is inspired by a Generation 1 character, only known as Powerful Bot in the script, who was later retconned into Prima by the TF Wiki or something. While the rest of his design is styled after the Covenant of Primus and a line continuity depiction of the character, which is plainly visible in the signature 6 slits in his chest. His signature weapon, the Star Saber, is composed of 2, technically 3, separate pieces, which slot together to make the blade and hilt. The blade is cast in a nice thick clear plastic, and unlike other instances of clear plastic, this doesn't feel like it's going to shatter in my grip. The Matrix of Leadership, which is slotted into the hilt of the sword, is painted this nice silver color as opposed to its usual orange. Unfortunately, the hilt of the Star Saber remains unpainted, so it ends up looking kind of ugly and mismatched. But the general design of the blade and the Matrix sort of blocking the ugly-looking hilt somewhat make up for it. Oh, and it's got a Primus symbol right here, somewhere. As you can see, it is at a scale smaller than an atom, and it is impossible to see without an electron microscope. Moving on to his backpack and... Oh no. This is, certainly something. It's not the worst in the world. It doesn't look as bad on camera, now that I think of it, but... I don't like it. Let's just flip him back to the front-facing view and pretend it isn't there. And one final gripe about the detail. Due to him being cast in white plastic, which most of it is unpainted, you can plainly see the factory numbers stamped into his leg. But I guess we'll just have to ignore that. And I guess that and the ugly backpack somewhat makes sense because of Prima's status in the lore. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that if this were any other character but Prima, it wouldn't be as good. Anyway, on to some trivia. Take it away, Weatherman. Weatherman? Okay. Shot McShot, get over here. Yeah? Where's the Weatherman? He's supposed to be here. Oh, he's on a business trip, you could say. He, won't be back for a bit. A business trip? What do you mean a business trip? This is his business. Why is he on a trip? Whatever. I'll just do his segment for him. This figure is technically not the first ever Prima figure. The first one, I think, actually came out in the Power of the Primes toy line. I will not be showing it on screen because I can't be bothered to get a picture, nor do I have the actual figure of that. But rather than being a full-sized figure that Prima was a Prime Master. What is a Prime Master? Well, it's basically a headmaster, except they plug into Power of the Primes Optimus's Matrix for some reason. He came with the Throne of the Prime set, which also had Optimus Primal for some reason. You can go now. Alright. Then, whatever, he'll be back anyway. Alright, shark creature, do the thing.
Grah! Matrix gimmick. Grah! You rip open his chest like this. And there's a slot on the inside. You take the Matrix off the sword and you put it inside his chest like this. Ah. Ah. Yes, exquisite. And you put it inside his chest. It's really cool, and you can pose him with it, and it's really cool. And
Okay, that is enough. They get the point. Why are you so excited for this anyway?
we haven't done a Matrix gimmick on these reviews yet. Just one step closer to an Optimus Prime review.
Okay. I see. Look, we'll get to Optimus eventually, but right now we're doing this guy. So leave.
Okay.
Okay, he's gone. Alright, speaking of poses, we're gonna do those now. Starting at the top, his head is on a ball joint so he can do a full 360. He can also look up very far and down not at all. Unfortunate. His shoulder pads are on these hinge joints, which allows them to move outward like so. And because of that, you can pose the arms and do his transformation unimpeded. Both his arms have full rotation at the shoulder, and he has a full bicep swivel on both arms, like all good Transformers should. Single bend at the elbow, which allows his arm to go up that far. His wrists are on ball joints, so they can swivel around like that. Even his fingers are articulated, because, I don't know, important characters get articulated fingers. They can go out that far, and close to form a fist. So, nice. Moving downward, his hip skirts can move up a little bit to give clearance for the waist swivel, but due to his backpack, he cannot get a full 360 rotation on the waist, which is unfortunate. He can kick forward pretty well, so that's nice, and barely kick backward, once again, due to the backpack. His legs can spread completely flat. Insert stolen Jobby the Hong joke here. His knees can actually bend pretty far. Yeah, and actually bend forward a little because of the way the knee locks. It's not for transformation, but for some reason the knee locks. I don't know why. And finally, his feet can bend forward and backward a little for transformation, and he has pretty good ankle pivot. Nice. Those last factors all combined means that he meets my one quota for a good Transformer. He can stand without falling over 5 seconds later. And, naturally, he has a sword, which means that he is infinitely more poseable than he would be if he had, say, a gun. Here he is next to figures that everyone owns, and here he is next to a figure that no one owns. Alright. Shot McShot, come back on, I need you to do the thing. As you wish. Well, there he is. I've gotta say, this is one of my least favorite transformations of those that I've done. Everything feels like it isn't fully tabbed in or connected right, or like it's going to fall apart if he's held the wrong way. I was actually just about to say the same thing. It feels like there's something there that shouldn't be. Well, I guess that's my cue to leave. Alright. On to the alt mode. Now, like I said, I know he's the first Transformer and that this is a Cybertronian alt mode, but I must say this is one of the ugliest things I've ever laid my eyes upon. It looks unfinished, like Hasbro just stopped designing the figure at the last minute and said that it was good enough. The back half looks pretty good, I'll give it that, and the detail that comprised the robot mode works just as hard in the vehicle mode. But the front of the truck car moon buggy thing, it looks, oh, it's so ugly. There's a massive gap between the front of the vehicle and the ground, and it's horrendous. You can see the outline of his head. I mean, look at that. Ugh. I don't even know how to describe it. It doesn't good and me no like. But the windshield is kind of nice. It's nice. And the way the sword is stored to make it look like a zoom effect is pretty cool. Oh. And he can roll pretty decently. Overall, Prima is an alright figure. I like it more than I dislike it, but the things I dislike are pretty big. With a little more refinement, I think he could have been a truly great figure, but he didn't end up getting that refinement. Maybe he should have been a leader class, I don't know, but I know that they definitely could have put more effort into such an important character like him. Not the best start to the main selling point of the new toy line, but it is serviceable for what it offers. I'd rather have him than not. Hopefully the other primes are better, though. Alright, review's done. Let's get this over with. My sword now.
You may yet end my life, but you're too late. The rest of us are already escaping into the collection universe you created some time back, and you've been too distracted to stop them.
Wow. You are certainly stupid. You just told me your entire plan. Wait, they're doing what?
You will never succeed.
Alright, this is definitely a predicament. I need to get to the multiversal codex, and fast.
Meow. Whine.
Hello, Transformers.
Shoot, he's here.
I see you're all trying to escape, and used Prima as a distraction. How brilliant. Might have worked if you didn't do the classic hero trope of telling me your entire plan before it happens, you know, for dramatic effect. But regardless, here we are now. And I think for the actions that you lot have taken today, I reckon I'll skip reviewing you and go straight to adding you to the body pile and putting your corpses back on my shelves.
The rest of you, go! I'll hold him off alone. SOS, it's time we finish this once and for all.
Wait a second.
Activate proton cannons!
Oh my goodness, he's doing the thing from that one episode of Armada where he died. That's funny. Anyway, stock laser special effect, go!
You're all mine, SOS!
Well, that was fun. Anyway, on to the rest of you.
Soundwave superior. SOS.
Soundwave stupid.
You forgot a few. Maybe we aren't as dumb as you think we are.
Such heroic nonsense. Wait a minute, forgot a few.
come on. You need to do this faster.
I am trying.
Oh. Oh no. Oh crap.
He's almost here. Figure it out now. I've got it.